Hello and welcome to the World Together on One Stage. I have something to tell you today. If you want to get to that stage, if you want to make it big, you've got a dream, you've got a goal, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to commit to your goal. You need to make time for your goal. You need to make that your first priority. Yes. You think you're going to get there treating it like it's a hobby, treating it like it's just something on the side, and you don't want to let go of your main gig, the one that pays the bills and keeps a roof over your head. Maybe you're making $30,000, which is, near poverty line basically. Maybe you're making more than that, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. Who knows what you're making? Who knows what your lifestyle is? The one thing I do know is that if you've got a dream, you have to put your all into it. Yeah, sometimes we got to let go of that big, thick tree trunk that we're holding on to and step out on a limb, because that's where the fruit is. I know you've heard this before, but it's so true. If you're not willing to make a risk, take a leap of faith for your dream, that dream gonna say, I'm gonna find somebody who believes in me. Yeah, if you ain't believing in your dream, guess what? That dream gonna step out and go to somebody else. Yes, because it's not talent that makes it. It is perseverance. I know you've heard this before, but I am preaching to the choir. I know that. But every day I encounter very talented people who have a lot of dreams, who have a lot of goals, but they don't put the time into their dream. That goes for me as well. I'm not just preaching at you. I am reminding myself. So if you have a dream and you have somewhere you need to go in this lifetime, you're trying to make something happen for yourself, that big one, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's flying off a plane. Maybe it's being a pilot. Maybe it's being a singer, Hollywood star. Who knows what it is? Makeup artist, fashion designer, teacher, nurse. Hey, it could be anything. It could be a doctor. It could be a surgeon. It could be a construction worker. It could be anything, but it's your dream. You want to build something. You want to do something. Well, you've got to put the time into learning and honing your craft, and you have to be available, because when they call you for work, guess what? You got to show up. You got to be there. Yeah, you got to be there. You got to be there for your goal, for your plan, for your dream. You have to be there. You have to show up. That means a lot of times we have to put other things aside. That doesn't mean that you have to put your family aside, your children aside, and everything else aside and, go out and be homeless while you work on your dream. But that means you have to make it a priority. My son, when he was 12 years old, he may have been even younger. He may have been maybe 10. He said something that I wrote and I have on my kitchen wall. He said, "You know what, Ma? Dreams are disguised as hard work so that people won't do it." Yeah, it's disguised as hard work. Guess what? Maybe that is the biggest challenge of your life, to figure out how you're going to make it happen. If you're not willing to let go of that job security, of that status, of that, I don't know what it may be. Some people are just hooked on their routine, hooked on their job because they got the retirement, they got the benefits, they got this and that, but they got this dream, but they're never going to get there in its fullest potential unless they put the time, the commitment, make it their number one priority, pay the dues, the sweat, the sacrifice. Yeah, we forget what that is, right? Because we think it's going to come easy. You have to show that dream that you really care and that you really believe in it and that you're willing to put your 100 and more. It's limitless what you're going to be able to put into it, but you have to put into it. It's a lot of mind over matter too, and if you're not willing to show your dream that you believe in it and you're willing to go all out for it, then don't waste anybody else's time trying to get there. If you're not willing to do it, nobody else can do it for you. It's not going to come easy, but it is the best thing you will ever do. That's why you were brought into this life. And to meet those challenges, the ones that you got in here, those dreams. That's right. It's not living for the system. It's not living for the status quo or for other people who have come into your life. I'm not saying that you have to be irresponsible. I'm saying that this is going to be the biggest challenge of your life, figuring out how you're going to step out. If you don't have kids and you don't have a career if you're young, well, good. That's great. That's why managers want young people, because they know that they're going to put their all into it, and they're not going to just not show up because now the child is sick, or they've got a meeting at work, or, they've got other priorities. I understand. But I also know, because I've done it myself, if I would not have stepped out on a limb to believe by faith that I was going to achieve my goals, I would not be here talking to you about this. No, I've done it. So I know it takes a lot, and you got to sacrifice. And yeah, you know what? It is going to cost you something. It is going to cost you something or some things. That is up to you and how you handle the situation. Like I said, that is your biggest challenge in life. That is your grand commission. You figure it out, huh? You got it? Okay, well then, get it. Go after it. Figure it out. But don't make excuses, all right? And don't be jealous if somebody else comes and gets it. Don't get old and get bitter because you didn't go for your dream, because you didn't believe in it. You didn't believe in yourself. Your dream is you, is your baby, is the child with it, is that baby, is that spirit person. It's that thing you've got inside that God gave you that sets you apart from everybody else. Yeah, and you want it to shine. You want to accomplish something, but that something requires you to put an extra superhuman, because that's what it seems like sometimes, superhuman effort into realizing it. Yes, everything is work, right? Marriage, raising a child, graduating from college, getting your master's, your doctorate, whatever it is you do, everything, even getting dressed and putting on makeup and putting on some clothes and trying to look halfway decent. It takes effort, right? Especially the older we get, the more effort it takes. And so do it today. Don't wait any longer. Don't wait until next week or next year, because that's just going to make it harder. If you're young, great. You got a head start. Do it. I encourage you, and be courageous, because that's what it's going to take. A lot of courage and a lot of faith and a lot of perseverance and taking a lot of no's before you get your yes. You've heard all of this before. Yeah, but I'm encouraging you today. Okay? Go for your dreams and meet us on the World on One Stage.